Hey, welcome back into today's video. We're going to be talking about a TikToker who is being accused of using her child as a prop to attract creepy men to her SW content. This is being done under the guise of educational content. Mscalciumcannons is not normalizing women nursing in public, but monetizing the stigma. People are gross and never cease to amaze me in today's episode of Exploring TikTokers. Oh, that's hot tea. If you're unfamiliar, Mscalciumcannons has over 705,000 followers on her main account. The majority of her content is centered around her young child, maybe 3 to 4 years old, and nursing him. Now, it's important for me to say that nursing your child is a completely normal and natural act. Despite the legal right to nurse in public, women may be concerned about the negative reactions from others. And this being because the chest of a woman is often sexualized, even though nursing in general is not a sexual act, but it is this stigma that Mscalcium seems to be taking advantage of, as we'll see. Her social media presence is extremely problematic in multiple ways. I've covered multiple terrible mothers on TikTok and the internet in general that it feels like I should put all these videos in a playlist. There's issues in general with just putting your children online, as we know, because creeps will, well, they're everywhere and they will try to take advantage of your children online. So you have to be there to protect them. You probably won't be surprised that Mscalcium's channel works side by side with her inappropriate SW content. This content being focused around the obsession and fixation of breastfeeding while making her son a main focus, who some argue is too old to be nursed. And others are pointing out that this content caters to creepy P words for views. Going back to her main TikTok account, she lists her 2 main links for SW content. And just to show you, this is the focus of her Twitter, bragging about being in the top 1%. And the same thing for her Instagram, both having links to every social media and website that she uses for SW content. And you'll never guess what the focus of some of her content is. Just read your screen right here. Oh my God, this is terrible to look at. It's pretty obvious that her TikTok channel being the focus that it is and her SW content being the focus that it is, what this is about. But we're going to go into details here. Another really obvious indicator that something here is not right is the fact that she also has multiple TikTok accounts that house the same type of content. One user saying this is so effing disgusting, it's just a normalized form of P word under the guise of feeding your child. It's sick. Another saying, oh, she just loves it too. I hate TikTok for allowing this type of F content. Do whatever the F you want to make money, but leave babies and kids out of it. She's disgusting. And back on her main TikTok channel, as well as any of the other side TikTok channels, go to any of those videos and you can find these type of comments. A man saying, me next? My turn? Does he share? We'll just go in another video at random here. Let me get a sip. John saying, can I have the next one? I think you understand what I'm saying. And it would be one thing if her content was for educational purposes to prevent the stigmatization of nursing your child in public. But this is not that. Alongside her videos of her nursing her child, you'll find videos like this.
The sole purpose of this video is to remind you that I have really nice boobs.
Have your kids ever looked so good in something you just wanted to motorboat yourself?
One comment saying, I just want to see them, while another saying her Twitter, oh my God. As you can see, there's people in the comment section directing towards her SW content.
First of all, I want to say, why is that even in my For You feed? And second of all, it's mind-blowing that there are so many women on TikTok who are breastfeeding their kids and recording it, and literally everyone that's watching it or likes the video are men. It's disgusting. And it needs to be taken care of. I can't believe TikTok is allowing it. It's disgusting.
And her most viewed videos on TikTok are of her nursing in public areas, in areas like the middle of the toy aisle in Walmart. Or other purposely awkward areas to increase shock value for views.
So you see the other video I posted on my page about a breastfeeding mother taking things to an extreme? Well, this video reminds me of just that. And I say this because it's like she's using breastfeeding as a justification as to why she's exposing all her parts. Well, you don't really need to do that with breastfeeding. Like, there's empowering and being confident and whatever. It's a good thing, breastfeeding. I'm a breastfeeding mum myself, but it doesn't have to be like this. Like, I just don't think it's acceptable. And it's also like, if you go on her page and see like the other content that she has, she clearly does like to show off her parts. So it's definitely more than breastfeeding. It's definitely more than that. Like, I breastfeed in public, but not to that extent where my whole is just out like that, and you know, everyone can just be looking at me and my child. Like, that's just very weird. Like, where's your modesty?
And the fact that she stops to record these videos show you this isn't about the normalization, but about the monetization. One TikToker named Aunt Karen brought Mscalcium on for a live show so people could address these different types of controversies and concerns, where one viewer caught her in a lie.
I don't feel like that should burden my stress to worry about.
If you need to protect your children, it is your burden and your stress, but you're really not doing that. Like, you have your child's face all over this. You have your child's face on your Twitter, bro. Like, be for real.
Well, do you have your son on your Twitter?
Yes, she does.
Besides about to be called out for a lie, she says that she doesn't feel like the burden of responsibility should be put on her shoulders to protect her child on the internet. Clearly, that's an issue.
Or not, your son is right here. You can scroll up and it's a picture of your favorite and then a picture of your son. Girl. Why are you doing that?
I just feel like, Calcium, you should keep your private life away from your child. Like, you shouldn't intertwine those two things.
She's also called out for liking and encouraging creepy men on her TikTok.
And then it also is a comment on one of your videos with you liking it from someone saying like your son knows what he's doing, like while he's on your breast. Like, you obviously know that comment was dead wrong and like a turn on to some men. Like,
that's the issue, for you to automatically sexualize a comment like that. I have women all the time comment stuff like that about how good he's latched, of how good he has, how good he's on and latched.
Do you yourself right now though? You're talking about a grown man that has never breastfed a day in his life.
I didn't look at but how do I know who's commenting? I'm not looking at accounts.
You can see who's liking the comments though.
Can you pull up your analytics, please, so we can see what gender your almost 500,000 followers are? Because that is really what's going to tell everything. Please pull up the analytics.
One of the individuals that was questioning Mscalcium during Aunt Karen's live had this to say afterwards.
A little update to this whole thing. Me and Aunt Karen went live with this woman for an hour, and just know she didn't listen to a single thing that we said to her and about protecting her child, because she's still doing the same exact thing. She even admitted in the live that if she turns off the comments, it's going to mess with her traction, and we all know she's getting traction to her page, so these grown-ass men can see her breastfeeding her son and then go to her Twitter account and see her lactating content videos. So if you were just like me and thought that everything she was doing was intentional, it is 100% intentional. She's exploiting her child and still using her child as a prop.
I think it's pretty obvious what's happening in this situation. We've seen this before. We have terrible mothers on there exploiting their children for views towards creepy people on the internet. It can be seen in the comments section. Her content is not educational. It is side by side with inappropriate SW type content to feed in these people who obsess and fascinate over something that should not be looked at in this way. It's further stigmatizing women feeding their children in public, and probably a lot worse. But as interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes as always, brothers and sisters. I will see you in the next video. Wow. These situations and cases like this just get more obvious as the day goes. But I want to thank my patrons for your continued and ongoing support. If you too want to support the channel and get your name at the end of my videos, I would really appreciate that. We're at 64 patrons with a goal of 70 if you want to help with that. The link will be in the description and the pinned comment. Also, if you've donated to the charity to help children in difficult situations at home, it's to the right on desktop, below on mobile. Let me know in the comments section. Also, Let's get some positivity, turtles, in the chat. Walls and walls of green. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's just another way to show that you're repping if you're repping your gag. And how you do that, all you do is subscribe, notifications turned on, be in the comment section to every single video, because I'm going to be there. Greg the Cat's going to be there in spirit, and the rest of the Repzilla community as well. And I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you. Stuff's getting weird, man. Weird.